Adventures in Blended Learning, examples from the NERIC service area. There's lots of great blending going on right here in our region. Let's talk about a few examples. I was lucky to talk with Marissa Bongo at Ballston Spa about what her teachers are working on. One really exciting thing that she mentioned was that her students have a self-paced help desk course so that the students can help run the help desk and help teachers and other students with technology. The Scotty support course, which is screenshotted in the middle of the slide, is hosted in Schoology, where Ballston Spa also offers online PD, a way to keep content organized, and teacher-to-student messaging outside of class. Marissa also uses Google, and she gave me an example of how she utilized Google Forms to create an online escape room, where students also watched a lesson on Gandhi in a short film clip. This is a fun way to help keep students interested and engaged, as they have to figure out the clues and how to escape the Google escape room. Finally, Ballston Spa is offering an alternative and flexible option for health and PE for students that might have scheduling conflicts in Schoology. Sandra, who's an awesome and enthusiastic teacher for business and career at HFM PTECH, told me about how she's utilizing Schoology to host instructional videos, and she's actually created an avatar of herself to help keep students interested. She sets high expectations for her students in her courses. Again, we get to this idea of mastery, and as I mentioned before, she utilizes Schoology to help herself keep organized and host her content. Rachel is a middle school art teacher who utilizes Schoology and an e-portfolio tool called Art Sonia. She utilizes project-based learning. She's an art teacher, but I think it applies to all subjects, and she hosts the instructions for the project-based learning in Schoology. She gamified her first unit, which was Introduction to Studio Art, and that's things like where the paintbrush is located, how to care for your supplies, and gamifying it made it very interesting for the students. They were able to earn superpowers as they worked their way through the unit, and students were so excited about the superpowers that they actually worked on the unit after school on their own time. Rachel also utilizes an e-portfolio tool called Art Sonia so students can share their work with each other and their families, and she hosts video lessons in Schoology. Kirsten Van Dyke is a middle school math teacher. She works with Melissa Pierson, her classroom aide, and she is the gamification teacher extraordinaire and will actually be giving a talk on it at the Schoology Next conference this summer. What I really like about Kirsten's gamification is that students can earn extra points for doing extra work and really refining their skills, and then they can spend it in a Fortnite-based V-Bucks store, which the students get some creative input on as well. She also utilizes a tool called Deck Toys, which is kind of like an immersive digital board game, and Nearpod, which she utilizes for video lessons and slide decks and anonymous formative assessment in the classroom. Spanish. So I've met two great Spanish teachers in my journey to try to find blended teachers in the region, Fred Lorando and Sandra Rigging. Sandra has implemented the FAIL policy in her Introduction to Spanish course, and that's first attempt in learning. This is great for helping to foster a growth mindset because students get a chance to modify and go back and finish their work and fully master it. Sandra also uses things like Google Explorer to pique students' interest in Spanish neighborhoods and Spanish culture. Fred utilizes Google Forms to randomize speaking quiz questions and to have students answer questions from oral quizzes, and he uses this for his hot seat questionnaires also, where students have to come up and talk with him one-on-one. This is a way to randomize that activity. Both teachers are currently using Schoology to host their content and activities. One cool thing that Fred is doing with Schoology is he uses the speaking function on assignments. So he embeds a reading activity in the assignment. Then he has a recording where he asks questions about the reading activity, and the students have to record their voices and answer back. Back to PTECH. Anna and Charles are two great, very engaging teachers that work together for collaborative instruction. Anna is an English teacher and Charles is a social studies teacher, and they often work together. For example, in a recent World War I lesson, Anne and Charles worked together to help students remember pre-knowledge from the Scramble to Africa game that they had played or the colonialism game in Socratic Symposium. And then works with the students on commonlit.org to do a close reading of the text Mad Dash to Disaster, which is about the lead up to World War I. This is followed by a digital artifacts activity for the students where they create an infographic on what the causes of World War I are. This is a great lesson because it's cross-curricular. It gives the students a chance to practice their reading skills. It gives students a chance to have some choice in how they create and represent their learning. It's a really great design for blended learning, bringing together the best of the real world and the digital world to support students. Do you know a really great blended teacher? Let me know. I'd love to talk to them. This has been Justine Lombardi at the RIC. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye.